Yo, welcome back, guys, to the EQ Markets Global YouTube channel. And this is the weekly market outlook. You know how we do it every Monday morning, right? This is where we share deep market insights on what we're expecting to happen in the market. All right. And more than that, we also check the economic calendar for the week to see which of the high impact news we will be trading or we will be expecting. We just keep them at our fingertips so that we don't get stuck while we are day trading. You know how we do it, right? And please don't leave, because the culture here is that every Monday I'll be sharing with you at least 4 to 6 or 7 assets that fetches you money, right? And of course, if you're doubting if these assets are real, all right, I want you to go back to last week. Amazing, guys. Last week I gave about 4 trade setups or 5 trade setups, right? And we had about 4 of them move exactly how we predicted. All right. Because of time, I would probably not go into it, but henceforth from today, whatever trade setups that I give you from the next weekly market outlook, we're going to look at the performance of those trade setups in the next weekly market outlook before we look at the new asset. Okay, just so that we will be on the same page and we will also know what we're going to be expecting in the market. Okay, so next week, for next week weekly market outlook, I will basically show you the assets that I will give you to trade for this week. I'll show you their performance next week Monday, whether they got to take profit level, or how many pips in profit we made, or if you got to stop loss level. Okay, so I'll be doing that hopefully starting from next week Monday. Right. So guys, let's jump straight into business. Okay, so this week we are just expecting some handful of economic data that we will be seeing from some parts of the world. But first, on Monday, we're expecting a bank holiday in Japan. Okay, we're expecting the bank holiday in Japan for. Oh, okay, sorry about that. We're expecting a bank holiday in Japan, so of course there will be low liquidity in the Japanese yen this day, today alone. Today alone, that's Monday alone. All right. They are observing their Marine Day. Okay, and then of course we'll be expecting some GDP and industrial production year on year for the Chinese yuan. Okay, and then by 1:30 p.m. still this Monday, which is a few hours from now, we'll be expecting some data to be released out of US for the Empire State Manufacturing Index. All right. So I'm not paying so much attention to many of these informations, right? If you want to know each and every one of them in details, I expect that perhaps you probably will just go do more research, okay? And then, of course, tomorrow being Tuesday, even before we would wake from bed officially, I know that there are a lot of traders who really do not, who really do not sleep at night. I don't know how many persons are like me, but personally, wake up at midnight. So sorry about that. All right, I believe everyone can hear me now. So sorry about that. So if I wake up even at night, I check my phone and I want to see what's happening in the market. Life of a trader, you know how it goes, right? So yes. So even before we wake from sleep officially, by 2:30 a.m. on Tuesday, of course, we're expecting some monetary policy meeting from Australia, right? Australia, yeah. And of course, there are no data here because we don't even know what is going to be happening on that meeting. Okay, so that's why you see the whole of this place here is kind of like blank. Okay, and then of course we will be also seeing by 1:30 p.m. tomorrow some CPI data is coming out from Canada, right? From the Canadian for the Canadian dollar, right? And then, of course, we will be expecting core retail sales and retail sales in US and CPI data more for NZD, as well on Wednesday, CPI data for the Great Britain pound. And lastly, for Thursday, by 2:30, we will be expecting on an employment change and unemployment rate for the Aussie as well. This is something similar to what we call NFP, right, for the United States dollar, right? Yeah, we'll be expecting for that for the Australian dollar as well. And then, of course, by 1:30 p.m., lastly, we'll be expecting unemployment claims. Hey guys, so this is the high impact expected news for this week, okay? Considering only the high impact expected news and bank holidays. Of course, there are medium impact expected news, which I usually don't feature on the weekly market outlook, right? So you can also do more by looking at these those assets. Now let's quickly go over to the dollar index, right? Let's quickly see what has happened in the dollar index. So if you have been following my analysis on the dollar index, guys, I told you something last week, yeah. I told you something last week, and I told you that I am expecting a push to the upside, all right, perhaps around this zone, and then the dollar coming back to break this simple trend line. Yeah, that's exactly what I was expecting. I said if it breaks above this trend line, then I want to see the dollar coming to 105.817. But of course, if it doesn't break this trend line, then I'm expecting it to come back, break this trend line, find some form of support here, or even break this before it goes back. So, and exactly what has happened. If you look at the dollar index on the weekly time frame, guys, this is what we can see on the weekly time frame. So for me, I still feel that the dollar has a little more push to make, right? The dollar still has a little more sell, a little more sell, yeah, a little more sell to make. Look at this. This particular area here at around 99.799, which is this line here, right, is pretty well more like a support area that we're expecting that the dollar will come into this week, okay? We're expecting that the dollar will come into this week. It simply means it could probably be a little more devaluations for the dollar, right? So somewhere around here is where I expect that the dollar would find support area, okay? Somewhere around this level, I expect that the dollar will find support around that level, then begin to push up. Let's look at it on the daily time frame, right? So that we understand how this will be playing out, right? So yeah, on the daily time frame, like I said, we're still expecting a little more push into this zone. So okay, I'm coming. So I'm still expecting more like a little more push into this zone, right? All right. And apparently from this zone here is where I will be expecting, all right, it will be around this zone that I will be expecting a push to the upside. All right, sorry about that. So around this zone here is where I'll be expecting a push to the upside. So yes, pretty well looking at it. I'm still expecting some minor sells to take place around that zone where dollar is currently trading. And of course, if it begins to push to the upside from here, then I'll be expecting it to push back into the 101.064 level. Okay, that's how we'll be expecting the dollar index to push into. So it simply means that most likely we might see more consolidation and then a little sell-off for the dollar for this week, all right? More consolidation, then a little sell-off for the dollar for this week, most likely, right? So having that in mind, right? Having that in mind, you should know that AUD USD, most likely we might still continue to see a bullish movement. Where's AUD USD? Let's look at it. All right, so the dollar was devalued, grossly devalued last week here. And then we, of course, saw massive push to the upside, right? So except the dollar gains value, then we see sell-off on AUD USD. As well on USD JPY, we'll continue to see more devaluations. But of course, we might most likely see a push to the upside, more like a retracement and then push back below. All right, I'm coming back to tell you some of these assets and how we can trade them, right? Like on USD JPY, I'm going to show you a long-term opportunity that will fetch you real good tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? If you follow through with it. All right, amazing, guys. So this is what we're expecting for this week, yeah? But then these are the assets that I've got my eyes on for this week. I've got my eyes on them for this week. Let me start with the USD JPY, all right? It's not something you can trade immediately, right? But then I want you to watch out for it, right? I'm still perhaps going to make a video and upload on this YouTube channel for you. But I want you to understand where USD JPY is going. So let me start from the monthly time frame, right? I like to tell stories, right? When I'm making my analysis, I like to tell stories because stories drive home the point of whatever thing that I like to explain, right? Stories always drive home my point. So let's look at USD JPY first. Remember this analysis I gave a long time ago on USD JPY, right? So USD JPY was actually obeying this trend line channel, right? Starting from this zone, fell to this area, and then back up, and then again, Like just look at. It was more like an obedient child, okay? Obedient boy, and he was just obeying all of the protocols, right? All of the protocols. And then he finally got to this zone. Where do you think he's coming, guys? He's coming back here, all right? Sorry. So he's coming back into this area here, right? So this is just simple. This is just simple common sense, right? So whilst I was trying to tell a whole lot of people that USDJPY is going to massively sell, and then it started having this bullish retracement for nearly a month and 2 weeks, and people were like, "Guy, what's up?" And I'm like, "Guy, okay." So you can see all of the imbalance here. This imbalance here needed to be filled. Look at this void here. Look at this imbalance here. There was an imbalance here, and this imbalance here needed to be filled. But of course, apparently, USDJPY is still coming down in the long term. So we've seen it from monthly time frame. We know where it's going, right? Now, I like that we need to break it down to the other lower time frame so that we can see what is basically happening, right? So yes, this is where it's the failure swing point began, and then it sold off, and then we have these bullish retracements as well to, of course, augment this sell-off. And apparently this is coming all the way down. So what I would advise is this: we wait for a bullish retracement and then we take a long-term bearish move, okay? So I'm actually mapping out that zone, yeah? I'm actually mapping out that zone there, right? I'm expecting a bullish retracement into at around 141.485. And from that zone there, we would be descending all the way down. Now, somebody's asking me why that zone, right? Why that zone? Now, if you look at it carefully on the daily time frame, there is some sort of imbalance here as well. Remember, imbalance is one of the ways that I most times want to find ways to enter the market, okay? Most times. So look at this here. I try to use my Fibonacci level, right, to find out the zone where particularly I would want to expect some trades, some trade entries, right? So yeah, I found that this is the 61.8 level. Let me bring it down. This is the 61.8 level. So somewhere around that zone is where I would be looking out for opportunity to enter the market. So that's like 143.356, or there is also another resistant area here. Also another imbalance here, of which you can see that, which is at 141.48 level. So these two zones are the two zones I'll be expecting bullish retracement to come into, all right? Here and down, okay? Or I go like this, up into this zone here and down, all right? But in either ways, what I'm expecting is that USDJPY is going to sell. But for this week, we probably will be seeing a bullish retracement, okay? Bullish retracement. Don't forget the zones, 141.487 or 143.356. Now, I know somebody will ask me, do I still need to look for confirmations around that area before I enter the market? The answer is yes. All right. So most times when you define your entry, it is not enough for you to just define it, but it is also very good that you find confirmations on that entry levels before you actually do the proper entry into the market. For me, that's how I trade, and it has saved me from a whole lot of unnecessary pressure and unnecessary losses, right? For me, I define my entry, I make my analysis, define my entry, but I still have to find confirmations around that zone before I take on my trade, all right? So guys, USDJPY is going to give you amazing money in the coming weeks. Like I told you, it's going to be a long-term, long-term trade, right? But then if you find a sell opportunity, let's say somewhere around this area here, okay, I'll take that off. Actually needed this, yeah. Okay, so if you find a sell trade somewhere around here, guys, just look at this, just look at this. Let's assume that this actually made a pullback and then began to move. So we can take it all the way down to this level, okay? Can take it all the way down to this level. This is more like 1:13, guys. This is super amazing. This is super amazing, but it's a long-term trade, like I said, right? Have a push to this upside and all the way down. Or if it comes into this zone, then it becomes even sweeter for us, okay? If it comes into this zone, right? If it comes into this zone, it becomes even sweeter for us, guys. It becomes even sweeter for us to want to ride it all the way down. Then this becomes like 1:15 risk to reward ratio. Amazing, guys, right? That's for USD JPY, right? And then as well, I want to show you something that's going to be happening on gold, right? So gold, I'm expecting a sell-off. You know, some persons will be like, oh, finally. All right, so this is what I can see on gold. Yeah, I am still biased, okay, on gold for the long term. Don't get me. What I'm telling you now is a short-term move, right? So this is still my bias on gold, okay? Because I know that a lot of me and gold, I've had problems with a lot of people telling me, why you, and gold has been playing out exactly as I've always analyzed, right? So I'm still biased on gold. Don't get me wrong. I still believe strongly that gold is set to create another all-time high, higher than 2080 that it got to. All right, 2080 I think was the level gold got to. So I am pretty well sure gold is set to create another all-time high. But basically for this week, I'll be expecting some form of consolidation, right? Some form of consolidation or a breakout. That's what I'll be looking out for. So I'm not trading gold for now until I see it gives me a clear move on what it wants to do. All right. So if you're looking at it on the daily time frame, you'll notice that, okay, this particular level here, which is at 1937.292, is a support area, right? That was a very good support area. And then as well at the level 1959 is also another resistance area. Look at it closely, right? I've been able to map out these zones with these two lines here, okay? Now, what you can find is that when gold came in between this level, which is 1937 and 1959, we saw a lot of consolidation on gold, right? And then finally it broke below this level, but came to bounce off from this particular trend line that we're still looking at. You see this trend line here that I've been talking about, right? Then it bounced off from this level and drove back into that same zone. So that same zone within this area, right, is a very significant area that we need to watch, right? We need to put our eyes around this area. We need to put our eyes around this area. Around this area, guys, we need to put our eyes around this area because this is going to determine what we will be doing on gold. You can see this area consolidation. Now, because it broke below and went back into this area, obviously this area is going to be acting as what? A resistance area. All right. So if gold is truly going to set an all-time high, I want to see gold break out from this level. Okay. I want to see gold break out from this level, perhaps come into this zone, and then, okay, sorry, let me take that off. I want to see gold break out from this level, okay, and then of course come back into the same zone, retest, and then create the all-time high that I will be expecting. Okay, that's exactly what I am expecting to happen on gold. Okay, this is exactly what I'm expecting to happen on gold. So I'm expecting a breakout, then what? Pull back into the zone and continue. Now that's the first scenario. Okay, the second scenario that I'm expecting on gold is make a lot of consolidations around this zone. All right, make a lot of consolidations around this zone. Perhaps come back, retest on this trend line before breaking out on this zone. Okay, so this is also another scenario that I am looking at that gold could possibly do this week. So that's why I said I'm expecting a little consolidation around this area and then a little push to the downside before gold will obviously begin to buy. So I'm not giving you a sell or a buy trade now on gold, all right? I need to understand what gold is doing. Is it respecting the supply area where currently it is trading? Is it going to consolidate, or is it going to sell off a bit, or is it going to break out? Now, we need to put our eyes on what it is going to do so that we will better tell the story and make proper analysis. But yeah, I feel it's going to consolidate, clear liquidity, and then begin to push to the upside, right? To create the all-time high that I told you that I have been expecting him to do. So this is what I'm expecting on gold, right? Now, this is where the real signal comes, right? This is where the real signal comes, right? So I'm giving you NZD card, okay? I'm giving you NZD card to trade this week, sell, right? I'm giving you NZD card. Okay, let me start with, oh, okay. Let me start first with Euro JPY, okay? Let me start first with Euro JPY. So there is a sell opportunity on Euro JPY, guys. A sell opportunity on Euro JPY. I'm currently running this trade, all right? And I'm already running this in super profit. So I'm dropping this for you. If you're seeing this now, right? If you're seeing this now, I mean, you're still not too late, okay? So my target on Euro JPY, okay? Euro JPY, I'm currently, wow, massive profit, guys. So let's come back here. So my target price for Euro JPY is around the 153.484 level, 153.484 level. That's my target price on Euro JPY, right? So why am I taking a sell on Euro JPY? All right, why am I taking a sell on Euro JPY? Euro JPY, let's look at it critically so that you understand where I am coming from. All right, so Euro JPY apparently created a new all-time high after breaking out from this zone here, okay? That is after breaking out from this zone. Let me have a line to map out that zone so you get to understand, right? So after breaking out from this level here, it created an all-time high. So apparently I'm expecting a sell into this zone before pushing back up, right? And this is on the weekly time frame. So it simply means that for most part of next week and more weeks to come, we'll be expecting more sell on Euro JPY. Of course, there can be bullish consolidations, bullish movement up and down, but the overall is that I'm expecting that Euro JPY will come back into the zone that it has broken, all right, which is around 151.009. Guys, don't forget this zone. Don't forget this zone, because even in the coming weeks, we'll talk about it, right? So 151.009, that's where I'm expecting Euro JPY to come into. So yes, it was creating higher highs and higher lows. So this is a higher high, higher low, another higher high, higher low. But then apparently you see that this low here was effectively cleared out, and I saw this low here. So it simply means this whole area here is more like a failure zone, right? So this whole area here is more like a failure zone. So what am I expecting? A retracement. It created a lower high, right? It created a lower high. Simply means the pattern changed from higher highs, higher lows to what now? Lower highs and lower lows. So it's going to apparently create a low lower than this previous low that has been made. So I will be cashing out my profit. I will be looking to cash out my profit or even break even before this time, but cashing out my final profit at around 153.488, okay? 153.488, right? If it decides to clear out that level to create another lower low, then we'll be expecting a bullish retracement, then another final sell that will bring it into 151.099. So yes, this week I need you to sell Euro JPY and make money from it. I'm already on it, guys. I'm already on it. And yes, sell Euro JPY and make profit for yourself, right? The other trade that I wanted to give you is what? NZD card. So let's quickly look at NZD card for sake of time. All right, let's quickly look at NZD card. So this is the reason why I'm expecting this is what I'm actually expecting on NZD card. So when I look at NZD card on the daily time frame, I could actually see from the corrective move, right? Not the first impulse. This is what I could find on NZD card. Okay, this is what I could find. So if you notice carefully, NZD card had been respecting this trend line. Touch, repel, another touch again, and most likely it's about to repel. But the question is, will NZD card break out from this zone, or will it continue to go bullish? Now, something that you also need to understand is that there is more like a bullish flag around this level. So this is a little risky trade, I have to tell you. There is more like a bullish flag here. So this is the pool, this is the flag, and then of course we're expecting a continuation. Of course, you know that bullish flags are what? bullish flags are um, um, bullish flag are bullish retracement pattern, right? So let's look at it. Let's look at it. Let's look at it. This is where the retracement happened, right? And if you observe, this is the pull, and then the flag, which is the retracement, retraced into the 61.8 level, which is a very significant level if you understand bullish and bearish flags, right? A retracement into those zones tells you that that is where we're going to expect the next level of run. So I'm expecting maybe a breakout from this flag, right? And continuation. But if you look at it on the lower time frame, then you can see some little sell opportunities, just like I have shown you, right? So if you look at it on the daily time frame, you can see that this is the flag, okay? But should this zone not be broken, then I'm expecting a sell, right? Should this zone not be broken, so this is a flag, this is the pole. So guys, this is the pole, right? And then this is a flag. So we're expecting a break here, retest, and continuation. But if that does not happen, then I will be expecting a little retracement, okay? So let me just quickly show you. I'll be expecting a little more retracement into this imbalance here, and then prices will literally go south, all right? So let me show you what I am expecting that could possibly happen, right? So we reduce our risk. We reduce our risk because we already know what we are doing. We already see that on the daily time frame, right? And this is more like a bullish flag, so you don't need to risk too much, okay? So yes. This is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting that prices will have a bullish retracement back into this level here. Prices will have a retracement back into at least the 0.84040 level. Around that zone, I'll be taking a sell trade and riding it all the way down to about 0.83029. Okay, that's where possibly I'll be expecting. Of course, it can go beyond that level as well. It can even come to this support area, which is at 0.82705. But to be on the safe side, then we will just work with this level here, which is 0.83005, right? So this is NZD card sell trade, all right? But expect a bullish retracement before you take your sell trade. The last but not the least, guys, I want to show you, I want to give you this. I'm also on this trade, currently running it, and I'm also in massive profit, which is the US 30, the Dow Jones, okay? So I'm also currently running the Dow Jones trade, and I expect to run this Dow Jones trade for long, okay? I'll be expecting to run Dow Jones for long. Now, those of you that have very small accounts, I would not advise that you trade the Dow Jones because of its volatility, all right? I would not advise that you trade Dow Jones because of its volatility. So let me just add a few momentum indicators so that I would use that to better explain to you as well what I am expecting. Oh shit, okay. Let me take this out. So if you notice carefully on the even on the weekly time frame here on Dow Jones was actually making a descent, okay? Was actually making a descent even on the weekly time frame, but then apparently had a bullish retracement back into this support area. If you notice carefully, it's more like saying break and retest, sort of, right? Yeah. More like saying break and retest. So this was a support area on countless occasions. After breaking this area, it is now having a multiple test on that area. The question here now is, will this area be effectively cleared out and prices continue to go up? Okay, I think you guessed right. Prices is possibly going to hold this support area very well. So what I'm expecting is that this area is a support area. If I scale down to the daily time frame, I see this on the support area, right? And then of course my momentum indicator is yet to give me proper confirmation on the daily time frame. But on the 4-hourly time frame, I got confirmations, and of course that's the reason why I jumped into this market, right? I saw prices coming into a potential trading area, which is a resistant area, and of course I got confirmation, bearish confirmation, and of course that's the more reason why I even jumped into this market for a sell. Okay, I jumped into this market for a sell. Yes, guys. So I'm going to give you target prices, all right? I'm going to give you, just give me a second. I'm going to give you target prices where I'm expecting all of these to happen. So yes, I would want you to look out for more confirmation on US30, all right? More sell confirmations on US30. I believe this is also going to sell, all right? So let's look at it. Okay, I'm expecting prices to come back to retest this zone. And then, of course, we can make our stop loss pretty tiny so that we don't get to risk so much, right? So yes. This is what I will be expecting to play out on, okay, sorry, just a second. Yep, nice. All right, so this is what I will be expecting to play out on US30, okay? This is what I will be expecting to play out on US30, okay? Sorry. Yeah, beautiful. So you could possibly find a little more retracement, all right? Let's say retracement back into 34482, all right? And from that level, you take it all the way down to around 33671, all right? So this is what I will be expecting to play out on US30. So I've given you about 3 assets you can trade: USD JPY, which is a long-term, gold consolidation, clear liquidity below, and push to the upside. Watch out for it. NZD card, sell, and then US30 as well, which is the last one, sell. All right. I need you to subscribe to this YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell because I'll be putting out more analysis, right? You can watch the analysis for GBP USD that I dropped last week. It's still very much valid, all right? So that you can, it's a top-down analysis so that you can know where GBP USD is going, and then the areas to look out for a sell or for a buy opportunity, right? It's already on this YouTube channel, right? Probably after this video, it will come up, right? So, but then I need you to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And then also, if you've got any question, drop those questions for me in the comment section. I'll be super glad to want to answer all of those questions, guys. And don't forget to leave a like and a thumbs up for me on this video, all right? And also share this video, right? Share it to your loved ones, your community, and literally everyone around you, right? Till we meet again for the next weekly market outlook coming up next week, Monday, guys. Also, don't forget to trade with Equity, #1 broker currently in Africa. Okay, Equity, you can find that. You can find out to create an account with Equity on our website, which is in the description below. Or you can simply just go to www.eqmarketsglobal. All right, that's www.eqmarketsglobal.com, right? So yeah, go over to eqmarketsglobal.com, then create an account with the #1 broker, then enjoy 30% AWOOF withdrawable bonus for your first time deposit, and also enjoy an unmatched customer experience with EQ Markets Global. Thank you so much, guys. Leave your comments for me, like this video, subscribe, create an account, and trade with Equity today, and I'll be super glad to do more analysis with you. Until we see you again next week, bye for now.